What's up guys and welcome back to the channel. Today I thought I would touch up on 1050 Ti's on Ethereum Classic if you want to run them. Now these are 10 series cards. They are older cards, but I still have some. I really like the cards. Most of them are very stable. The one I have today on here is a Asus single fan 1050 Ti. I will have a picture for you in the thumbnail, so you guys can see which one it is. I'll probably leave a link down there below. And the other two cards are here A2000s. I did turn them down a little bit so they're not overheating too much. So don't worry too much about their hash rate. But I just wanted to do it this way so I don't have to unplug everything and then reset the computer and do everything else. So let's get into 1050 Ti on Ethereum Classic. Now stock form at 100% power limit, everything at 0. I did up the fan so it's not getting too hot, but I did set at 60 and you guys can see it's already at 57 Celsius, but it's running about 1107, 1108 mega hash on Ethereum Classic. So I just take the power down all the way to 70, and that should drop our temperatures. Now dropping the power limit should not affect our hash rate in any way possible, but you never know. On some cards it will, on some it won't, like the A2000s, the video I just did. Like A2000s, you guys can see I lowered the power limit by 3 or 4 on this one. Usually runs at 97, 98. I lowered it to 90 and it's already dropping like 8 mega hash. So on these cards it doesn't affect them too much. Now the temperature is dropping. I should get 0.0 something, a little more on it, because I am dropping the temperature on it. Alright, the first test we're going to do, we're going to add 500 memory. I tried going with the core clock down and up. It hasn't affected the card at all on it. Putting the power limit down and adding memory is what really gives us more hash rate on these cards. Alright, so I added 500 memory on it, and it looks like we are at 54 C, so 54 Celsius on the card, so we did drop some from dropping the power limit, leaving it 65. Fan I usually run about 65, 70. That's up to you. I don't have fans on this rig, so the cards are separated. I do run 2 little fans on the A2000s because they need to be cooled down. As far as the 1050 Ti, I have no fans on it. It's still running, in low 50s, sometimes even drops below 50. Just depending on the temperature in the room. Alright, so it looks like with 500 memory, we are at 1415 mega hash. 14.15 mega hash, still running at 53C, fan at 65. It's running cool and the hash rate is up. Now this is a lower hash rate card and it is a 4 gigabyte, so we still have another year to mine on it, but let's play more with the settings. I know if I go full, it's gonna be unstable, so I'm gonna go ahead and go 900 and see what it brings up to us. Usually I don't like to run my cards completely at max memory. Some people like to, I don't. Just on some cards, it will even start dropping your hash rate if you go too high in the memory. So play around with all my settings and try to get the most efficient, at the same time not to push my cards too hard where they will start, wearing them down too quickly or destroying the cards, whichever way you want to think about it. Like this 1050 I've been running for 6-7 months, knock on wood, no issue on it. So it's a great card. It's Asus. I had a lot of luck with Asus cards. Besides some tough gaming 1616 supers, I really had some cards will run 32 mega hash almost, and the other ones, if I go over like 700 memory, it will keep resetting my clocks, which is weird. So we got 1550 mega hash at 900 memory, which is not mad at all. We gotta let it go one more round and see what that brings us. Now show you guys what I run the card at. But the Asus 1616 supers, if I push half of them too hard, it will reset my clocks and then I have to go back in there. So anything over 700, it starts resetting them. On the other half of my Asus Tough Gaming 1616 supers, I have no problem. So I'm not sure what's going on with those cards, and all those cards were bought brand new, so I don't know. We are at 1570 mega hash, 15.70 mega hash on this card, and what I run it at is at 975. So we have power limit 70, memory clock at 975, and then fan speed limit 65 to 70, whatever you decide, depending on the temperature of that room you're in or whatever. But I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and it should give me about 16.9 something. If you're running just this card or the 2 or 3 of these Asus 1050 Ti's, I tried the MSI ones, I tried the PNY ones, But when you put in a bat file mt-1, which will help you boost those cards a little bit, you can get 16.7, 16.8 mega hash is what I got. But when I run a mixed rig like this of different cards, it won't let me do it. Does not affect the card at all. But 70 power limit, 975 on the memory clock. Fan speed at 65, still running in 53C. Looks like we're at 15.83. I think the highest I got on this hard is 15.99 without a --MT1-1 when it's running by itself. When I had it on this rig by itself, I had it in there and it was running 16.7. So there it goes, 15.96. Now, is it worth it? These cards dropped in price a lot. I know you could get them for like $250 at the height of the great GPU price hike or whatever you want to call it. But right now, this one I scored with shipping and everything to my door was like 101, $101, $102, which is not bad, but it will take a lot of time to pay off. Let me open a calculator on one of the websites and see what it will take for us to pay it off. All right, so we are on coinwars.com. I guess it doesn't really matter what we're on. So 15.99 was the last hash rate I have. These consume about, let's say about 60 watts. I think it's a little bit less than that, but 10 cents kilowatt hour, depending what you guys are on. 15.99 mega hash. Calculate my mining profits. All right, that's per day. All right, hourly or daily. It says revenue should be about 24 cents. Minus the power cost. Profit is 9 cents. Weekly 65 cents, and then daily or monthly 280, and then yearly about $34. So this also depends on the price of Ethereum Classic at the recording of this. This is, September, and Ethereum Classic is about $32. If Ethereum Classic does go up, obviously this profit will be more, but this is $34 after the power cost, but you're really making about 2.7 Ethereum Classic. So if you wait for Ethereum hits $100, obviously you're in bigger profit, but after the electricity, it should take me about less than 3 years to pay it. If I don't calculate electricity, I can pay it off in just over a year. So, and that's where the question comes in. Is it worth it to you guys? It doesn't take a lot of power. It's a workhorse. I really don't have to do any maintenance on it besides clean it once in a while, and that's it. Usually this rig with the 1050 Ti's runs with no problems unless I lose internet or power. So there you go, guys. Those are the settings that I gave you. 70 power limit, 975 memory clock, 65 on the fan, or 70 depending on the temperature in your room. Should be doing about 15.99 mega hash or 16.7 if your car will accept the --MT1, but about 16 mega hash ROI, or however you want to call it. If you're not including electricity, is just over a year. If you are including electricity, it's over 2 years. Thank you for watching, and hope you guys have a wonderful day.